Seniors, stop what you're doing right now. If you're over 60 and still doing the same exercises you did in your 40s, you could be putting yourself in serious danger. I know that sounds dramatic, but by the end of this video, you'll understand why continuing certain exercises past 60 isn't just ineffective. It could actually be harming your joints, your balance, and even your independence. What if I told you that the exercise your doctor recommended 20 years ago could now be the very thing increasing your risk of a devastating fall? Or that the healthy workout routine you've been following could be silently damaging your joints in ways that won't show up until it's too late? Today, I'm going to reveal the 5 exercises that seniors should absolutely avoid, and trust me, number 2 is going to shock you because it's probably sitting in your garage or basement right now. More importantly, I'll show you exactly what to do instead, so you can stay strong, mobile, and independent well into your golden years. Before we dive in, I want you to do me a favor. In the comments below, tell me your age and where you're watching from. I personally reply to every single comment because this community means everything to me. We're all in this journey of healthy aging together. And if you're new here, consider subscribing. We're building a community of seniors who refuse to let age define their limits. Hit that notification bell too, because the information I share could literally save you from a life-changing injury. Now, let's count down the 5 exercises you need to avoid after 60, starting with number 5. Number 5 might surprise you because it used to be the gold standard of fitness: high-impact aerobics and jumping exercises. If you're still doing jumping jacks, burpees, or those bouncy aerobics classes from the 80s, you need to hear this. Here's what happens to your body after 60. Your bone density decreases by about 1% per year, according to research from Harvard Medical School. Your joints lose cartilage, and your ligaments become less elastic. When you perform high-impact exercises, you're creating forces up to 3-4 times your body weight that slam into your knees, hips, and spine. Dr. Susan Mitchell from the American College of Sports Medicine warns that high-impact exercises dramatically increase the risk of stress fractures, joint deterioration, and falls in adults over 60. That jumping jack that once made you feel young and energetic, it could now be setting you up for a hip replacement or a dangerous tumble that changes everything. But here's the good news. You can get all the cardiovascular benefits without the joint punishment. Replace jumping jacks with marching in place while pumping your arms. Instead of burpees, try modified squats against a wall. Swimming, walking, and stationary cycling give you that heart-pumping workout without the bone-jarring impact. Here's a secret most fitness instructors won't tell you. The talk test is perfect for seniors. If you can't hold a conversation during exercise, you're probably working too hard. Your heart rate should increase, but you shouldn't be gasping for breath. So remember, after 60, your joints deserve gentle respect, not high-impact punishment. Save your bones, and they'll carry you for decades to come. Number 4 is hiding in plain sight in most gyms and home workout spaces: heavy overhead lifting. If you're still pressing weights above your head or doing military presses like you're training for combat, this could be a game changer for you. Research from Johns Hopkins University reveals that shoulder impingement syndrome affects over 65% of adults over 60. When you lift weights overhead, especially heavy ones, you're compressing the soft tissues in your shoulder joint. Your rotator cuff, those 4 small muscles that stabilize your shoulder, starts to wear down like brake pads on a car. Here's what makes this particularly dangerous for seniors. A shoulder injury doesn't just affect your ability to lift things. It affects everything: reaching for items on high shelves, getting dressed, even washing your hair. Dr. Robert Chen, an orthopedic surgeon specializing in senior care, says that shoulder injuries in people over 60 take 3-4 times longer to heal than in younger adults, and often never fully recover. The real kicker: many seniors develop what's called frozen shoulder after an overhead lifting injury, where your arm literally becomes stuck in limited positions for months or even years. But you don't have to give up strength training. Instead of pressing weights overhead, focus on exercises at shoulder height or below. Chest presses, seated rows, and lateral raises below shoulder level will build the same muscle strength without the joint compression. If you want to work your shoulders, try resistance bands or light weights in controlled movements that keep your arms below your head. Here's something most people don't know: the muscles you really need to strengthen for daily activities are your pulling muscles, not your pushing muscles. Focus on exercises that help you pull open doors, lift groceries from the car, and maintain good posture. These functional movements will serve you much better than overhead presses. So remember, keep your weights low and your shoulders safe. Your future self will thank you when you can still reach for that cookbook on the top shelf at age 80. Number 3 might be happening in your living room right now: deep lunges and challenging single leg exercises. If you're doing those deep lunges you see on fitness videos, or trying to balance on one leg for extended periods, you could be setting yourself up for the kind of fall that changes everything. The Mayo Clinic has published extensive research showing that balance begins to decline significantly after age 60. Your inner ear, which controls balance, starts to deteriorate, and the nerve signals from your feet to your brain slow down. When you perform deep lunges, you're putting your center of gravity in an unstable position while your joints are at their most vulnerable angles. Additionally, the deep knee flexion required in lunges can put dangerous pressure on your kneecaps and the cartilage behind them, especially if you have any existing knee issues. Here's the scary truth: falls are the leading cause of injury death among seniors. According to the CDC, 1 in 4 Americans aged 65 and older falls each year, and every 11 seconds, a senior is treated in an emergency room for a fall injury. When you practice deep lunges or unstable single leg exercises, you're actually training your body to be in unstable positions without the safety net of good balance that younger people have. It's like practicing tightrope walking when you should be focusing on walking confidently on solid ground. Instead of deep lunges, try partial lunges where your front knee stays above your ankle, or better yet, try stationary mini squats with your back against a wall for support. For single leg exercises, hold onto a sturdy chair or counter. The goal isn't to challenge your balance to the breaking point, it's to gradually improve it in a safe environment. Walking heel to toe in a straight line while holding a wall for support is infinitely more practical than wobbling on one leg in the middle of your living room. Here's a balance secret that physical therapists use: practice the eyes closed stand. Stand near a wall or counter for safety and simply stand with your feet hip-width apart with your eyes closed for 10-30 seconds. This trains your proprioception, your body's awareness of where it is in space, without putting you in dangerous positions. So remember, stability before mobility, safety before challenge. Build your balance gradually with support, not by throwing yourself into unstable positions. Number 2 is going to absolutely shock you because it's probably the most common exercise people think they should be doing as they age: traditional crunches and sit-ups. If you're still lying on your back doing hundreds of crunches trying to get rid of that belly fat, you need to stop immediately. Dr. Stuart McGill, the world's leading spine researcher from the University of Waterloo, has published groundbreaking studies showing that traditional crunches create dangerous levels of compression on your spine. Each crunch puts about 730 pounds of pressure on your spinal discs. For seniors whose discs have already been compressed by decades of gravity and natural aging, this is like putting a hydraulic press on an already cracked foundation. But here's the part that will really surprise you. Crunches don't actually reduce belly fat. That's right, all those crunches you've been doing aren't shrinking your waistline at all. Fat loss happens through overall calorie burn and proper nutrition, not by exercising the muscles underneath the fat. For seniors, the risks of traditional crunches are enormous. Your spinal discs lose water content as you age, making them more prone to bulging or herniation. The repeated flexion motion of crunches is exactly the movement pattern that physical therapists see causing disc problems in their senior patients. Even worse, crunches actually promote the hunched-over posture that many seniors already struggle with. Instead of strengthening your core in a functional way, crunches train your spine to curve forward, the exact opposite of the upright, proud posture you want to maintain as you age. Dr. Sarah Johnson from the American Physical Therapy Association points out that seniors who do traditional crunches often develop what's called exercise-induced back pain. They hurt themselves trying to get healthy. But your core absolutely needs to be strong. It's crucial for everything you do. The solution is to train your core the way you actually use it, to stabilize your spine while you move. Try planks modified on your knees, or even better, wall planks where you lean against a wall at a 45-degree angle and hold that position. Bird dog exercises, where you're on your hands and knees extending opposite arm and leg, are fantastic for seniors because they train your core while keeping your spine in a safe, neutral position. Here's the secret that most fitness professionals don't know. Your core gets stronger from everyday activities when done with proper posture. Simply sitting up straight, walking with your shoulders back, and breathing deeply while maintaining good posture will strengthen your core more functionally than 1,000 crunches. Another insider tip: your core includes not just your abs, but your back muscles, diaphragm, and pelvic floor. The best senior core exercise. Standing tall and taking deep breaths while gently pulling your belly button toward your spine. Do this throughout your day, and you'll build functional core strength that actually helps your daily life. So remember, forget the crunches that crush your spine and train your body to hunch over. Instead, focus on exercises that teach your core to keep you upright, strong, and proud. And the number one exercise that seniors must avoid, the one that could cause the most devastating and permanent damage, is any exercise that puts your arms behind your neck. This includes behind the neck shoulder presses, behind the neck lat pull-downs, and behind the neck stretches. This is where anatomy becomes absolutely critical to understand. As we age, several things happen to our shoulders and neck that make behind the neck movements extremely dangerous. First, the space in your shoulder joint narrows due to natural wear and tear. Second, your cervical spine, your neck, loses flexibility and becomes more prone to injury. When you put your arms behind your neck, you're forcing your shoulder into what orthopedic surgeons call extreme external rotation. This position compresses the rotator cuff tendons against the bone, potentially causing tears that may require surgery. Research published in the Journal of Strength and Conditioning Research found that behind-the-neck exercises provide no additional benefit over safer alternatives, while dramatically increasing injury risk, especially in adults over 50. Here's why this is the most dangerous exercise for seniors. The injuries it causes often require surgery, and surgical recovery for seniors is lengthy and sometimes incomplete. A torn rotator cuff in a 70-year-old doesn't heal the same way it does in a 30-year-old. Dr. Michael Torres, an orthopedic surgeon who specializes in senior patients, shared with me that behind the neck injuries in seniors often lead to what he calls cascade injuries. You hurt your shoulder, so you compensate with other muscles, which then get injured, leading to a downward spiral of pain and lost mobility. But the neck injury risk is even more serious. Behind the neck exercises can compress the cervical spine in ways that affect nerve function. Some seniors have experienced numbness, tingling, or weakness in their arms that lasted for months after a behind-the-neck exercise injury. The fantastic news is that every behind-the-neck exercise has a safer, more effective alternative. Instead of behind-the-neck lat pull-downs, do front lat pull-downs or seated rows. Instead of behind-the-neck presses, do regular shoulder presses with the weights in front of your body. For stretching your neck and shoulders, gentle side-to-side neck rolls and shoulder shrugs are far more appropriate and effective for seniors. Here's a secret that physical therapists use to determine if an exercise is safe for seniors: the pain-free range of motion rule. If you can't comfortably reach a position without forcing it, then exercising in that position is potentially dangerous. Another professional tip: your shoulders should feel settled during exercise, not hiked up toward your ears. If an exercise makes you scrunch your shoulders or crane your neck, it's not appropriate for seniors. So remember, keep your exercises in front of your body where you can see them. Your shoulders and neck will stay healthy, and you'll still get stronger without the risk of devastating injury. Now you know the 5 exercises that could be silently sabotaging your health after 60, high-impact jumping exercises that punish your joints, heavy overhead lifting that destroys your shoulders, deep unstable lunges that set you up for falls, traditional crunches that compress your spine, and behind-the-neck exercises that could require surgery to fix. But here's what I want you to remember: avoiding these dangerous exercises doesn't mean giving up on fitness. It means exercising smarter, not harder. Every modification I've shared with you today will keep you strong, mobile, and independent while protecting the joints and spine that need to last you for decades to come. You have the power to age gracefully and maintain your strength safely. These small changes in your exercise routine could mean the difference between celebrating your 80th birthday on the dance floor or watching from a wheelchair. Your body has carried you through decades of life. It deserves your respect and protection now. By choosing safer exercises, you're not admitting weakness, you're demonstrating wisdom. You're prioritizing your long-term health over short-term ego, and that's exactly what smart seniors do. I'm curious, which of these 5 exercises surprised you the most? Were you doing any of them regularly? And more importantly, which safer alternative are you most excited to try? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single one, and I often create future videos based on your questions and experiences. If this video helped you avoid a potentially serious injury, please give it a thumbs up. And if you know another senior who's still doing any of these risky exercises, share this video with them. Sometimes the most loving thing we can do is help someone avoid a mistake before it happens. Consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell if you want to stay connected with our community of seniors who are committed to aging strong, healthy, and wise. We're proving every day that 60, 70, 80, and beyond can be the best years of our lives when we make smart choices about our health. Remember, it's not about the years in your life, it's about the life in your years. Exercise safely, stay strong, and I'll see you in the next video where we'll talk about the 7 best exercises that every senior should be doing instead. Take care of yourselves, and take care of each other.